Well, I'll come at y'all live from Maryland, my home in Maryland. My name is Mike. I'm a good friend, a brother of Jay's. We've been over friends for well over 20 years, well over 20, 30 years.
Facts,
Um,
facts.
I met him through my other brother, Mike, who will be joining us shortly. Real good spirited dude too. Um, my journey has been one of them journeys where I've been one of them guys who want to test it all the time and bang my head up against the wall a couple times. But after that long stint just now, I came home, beautiful queen, and she just held my hand through everything and let me know how much she loved me. And that's one of the things that I really probably was lacking my whole life was that love, and if I had it, I didn't recognize it. I had it with but this woman held me down through rough times, and when I came home, she just kind of like held my hand through a lot of things because times changed, long prison stint, and got me a little food truck business going for a couple years with the catering business, and it been rough because every year it gets worse because more people are getting food trucks, selling food. Everybody's doing the same things.
Yeah, yeah.
So at some point, me and her, put our heads together and we decided to get this bus. We found a bus for a good price. And it's been a journey, with any vehicle you get, you gotta upgrade stuff and spend some money.
Yeah,
But
tell
now
me about it. Tell me about it.
but
I've been
now
through
now
that. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
now we at the point where the lady just told us today that we can come pick up our bus, that all of the work is done that we just got done. So we kind of got like a pimp my ride, but with a bus type of look. So we got a all new floors, all new seat covers, everything new. So we upgraded our older bus to make it look more modern because when people get on, I want them to say we enjoyed it and it's nice and we want to go again. So that's where we at right now. But one thing I did was I got the bus because I said I got to think outside the box. Everybody wants to get the same things. Every time they see somebody with something, everybody else runs and gets it.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
I'm sure it's going to be other people getting bus company and so forth, but it's not an easy arena to get in. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
I just took a risk somewhere else. Transportation is always going to pop. So it's just a matter of just taking a risk and doing different things. Doing different things. But everybody's doing the same things these days, no matter what it is. And the thing about it, that's why some people are so hush hush now with everything they're doing because they realize we in a world where everybody mimics each other. You're not going to sell $1 million worth of carpets in a year and me be your buddy or enemy and me not trying to sell carpets because it's working for you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants a piece of the pie. So that's how it really goes. And I respect it as long as you do things honorably, the honorable way. That's all.
You know what I like the best about the beginning of the conversation in this show. It's like we can't get past this point, man. That um, you came home and it was such love from your wife that it was something that you was able to do. See, what it is like when you can transform a thought into reality. That's a beautiful thing. So I always tell people bet on yourself, right? Because
Hmm.
the way this life is and the way things are going, you got to take a chance on who you are and what you want to
Hmm.
become. And if you
Yeah.
don't do that, then you're going to be somebody else's what they want to become, what they want you to become.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go through rough times. That's life. What they call life
Yeah.
be life. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
you're gonna go
Hmm.
through those trials and tribulations,
Yeah.
especially being an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
everything that you do depends on you. So you wear so many different hats,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
You got to
Uh-huh.
be able to be focused on this, focus on that in order to stay focused. Then you got to have that
Absolutely.
spiritual bonds that you and your wife have.
Oh, that's so
You know what I'm
important.
saying? That
So
bond.
important.
Yes.
I got a question for you though, brother.
Yes. Talk to me.
Brother Jay, back and wise.
Yes. Talk
Um,
to me.
so we come from the same environments. You, Brooklyn, me, Queens. Now, when I say the same environments, New York City, we all know growing up in the '70s, '80s,
Right.
Brooklyn was a little rougher than everywhere else. I'm not putting a comparison there. We wouldn't do that. Brooklyn was the home of the coffin. But what I'm saying is, we come from a negative environment growing up.
Right.
So it took me a while to be around some sage masters to start telling me stuff like until you start brother Barnwell, until you start seeing things different, everything that you're going through will always remain the same. And I couldn't understand it in the beginning, but then he started revealing more, and it's the half glass half empty. And so now in life we got to start looking at things from the opposite perspective from the half full. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Which is really hard, a hard transition because everything we've seen growing up, even to this day, we are in negative environments. Not me so much as you, because you never really left the hood. So how do you transform your thoughts and mind to stay on a positive note? And that's what I want to know, brother.
It's a mindset. You're right. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by mindset is the reality of changing. It's the reality of changing your mind, not your not your environment, but just your mind. Because you could be in the environment, but your mind and your goals are different. And then the projection people feed off you be different. So if you come at them negative, automatically there's a negative vibe there. But if you humble and you actually are humble inside, people see that. Now you got some characters that still want to get on another side, but the reality of it is when you change your mindset, I can't change who you are, but I can change who I am. So that's how I try to stay positive as much as possible, no matter where I'm at. No matter if I'm in Brooklyn, Newark, if I was in Maryland, wherever I'm at, I'm gonna be who I am,
Yes.
right? Because I changed my mindset years ago. Years ago, when I was going through what everybody else go through in our communities, I realized that I wanted something different. In order to have something different, I had to become something different, right? So some people stay in the jungle and they become the jungle, right? So you know what I'm saying? They feast off other people. And I was told that if you can't, you know how you know when you grow is when you can do something for somebody else and they grow. That's why you have all of these people that can actually give you coaching on different aspects of what you're doing, right? Before, when we was coming up, they didn't have this widespread arena of media that they have now, right? So that's why we took a lot of bumps and bruises and bumped our head against the wall, because there was really nobody to tell us anything different but what we saw, right?
Absolutely.
So now that everything is wide open and you can see more, you can do more, right? Because
Yeah.
if you know, like it goes back to the
You knew
story,
better.
right?
If you knew
You
better,
do
you could do
better, right?
better.
Right. So that's basically what it is,
Yeah.
right? So
Uh-huh.
this is how, even like, don't get me wrong, the trials and tribulations I go through, that everybody, a lot of people go through those same things, and how I keep my head up is the same way that you keep your head up. When I need to lean on somebody, I got my better half. You understand? So we was blessed in that sense, right? Because I
Absolutely.
got somebody I can lean on and be like, yo, and she'll tell me, well, listen, man, you can do where all things are possible, right? So no matter what's negative going on, get your mind to where you want to be, and that's in a positive situation, right? And then you just got to fight your way through it, right? And that's how you stay abreast when you have somebody. Now there's some people that don't have what we have and don't have that person to lean on or to gather information from. So it's a little bit more structural for them. Then they got to find a mentor. They got to find somebody who gives them that motivation, that elevation, that they can actually go ahead and do what they got to do. And it's not easy, right? Because you can't trust this person or that person, because as soon as you open up to somebody, and as soon as they have something negative to say or you fall out with them, then all your business is exposed. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and let me cut you stop. Let me stop you right there. A lot of times it don't be a fallout, Jay. It be brothers that's trying to be about something. They whatever exchange it is, they keep it moving, they're elevating, they're growing, they're trying to get where they need to grow, and they're leaving, they're accelerating. So now the other person, the first thing they're gonna do is talk any negative that they can bring about the person and try to pull them back down. That's the nature of what we do. Because
Mm,
Jay is on his way up, and I can't be in the room with Jay no more. It's just a bad mindset, Jay. It ain't
mm,
always a fallout. It
mm,
ain't always a fallout, bro. A lot,
mm,
and that's why I kind of admire you, Jay, because you've been in the community a long time, man. And you real solid. Nobody, because you gave so much away, Jay. You know what I'm saying? You give so much away. The minute you stop giving, then they start talking bad about you, though, man. Oh, that brother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Jay.
No, absolutely, absolutely. But you know the old saying, they talked about Jesus Christ and then they crucified him. So
Yeah.
you know, so what it is really is, we can't mind other people's mind. Remember the conversation I can't think for you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I can
Mm-hmm.
only think for
Mm-hmm.
me. I can only
Mm-hmm.
be who I am and elevate me
Mm-hmm.
as a
Yeah.
person. And
Yeah.
then what you're saying is true. It's like, sometimes, when the elevator going up, everybody can't ride in that same elevator, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not that I'm leaving anybody behind. It's not
Uh-huh.
that at all.
Yeah.
But
Hey.
you can't. Everybody can't go for the same ride, right?
Yeah.
There
Hey.
used to be an old saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can sing together, but we
Yeah.
can't. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
so it's not that, and I understand that the principle of that is like sometimes people think if you go on, the old saying used to be crabs in the barrel, they want to pull you back
Yeah.
down, right? And you could see that, and you could see the animosity when somebody has
Oh,
something. Yeah, go ahead.
so
Yeah, talk.
something real dope happened today.
Okay.
Me and my wife tell me to come over, look at her Instagram or TikTok, and it's one of her cousin's page. So Paige's daughter, Harlem, is on our Tata Street's truck. She's one of the children on our truck from the day one.
Hmm.
So when Paige has her parties, whatever Paige has, my wife is front and center because that's what they do. That's what my wife family does. They show up for each other. So
Hmm.
today we're looking at the TikTok, and guess who's on there? The lady from Wicked, the black lady from Wicked that played the purple, the star.
Okay, okay. I don't think I've
She,
seen that show.
yeah, she's singing "Happy Birthday" to Harlem. What happened? I guess from them following each other and then her seeing Harlem singing "Wicked," she made a post and sung "Happy Birthday" to it. Then they went live with each other, and Harlem was singing it back to her. Yo, Wicked is a big movie, man. This is a big something real big that
All
just
right.
happened on my white family cousin page, like live with the girl on there. Like it ain't no put it together. Like yo,
Right,
it's real
right,
big.
right.
Yeah, man, that was real big, Jay. Man, that was real big, man. Because
Yeah,
that puts in that 5-year-old girl head or 4-year-old girl how old Harlem is to see
right,
her talking with a star that I can grow up and be one too. And
right, right,
that's what's missing in our community is that
right.
we don't have enough people that's obtainable and touchable with the right credentials for us to say we can go that route and be somebody too.
Hmm. Well,
We grew up,
that's what you and I come in mind, right? Right? Because
absolutely.
right, because when they see something positive, they see you, and like you said, you got Tata treats, and even though everything is congested and people always try to do what everybody else do, but to see that somebody has something, the greatest gift is to be able to give somebody something where they can have and actually make a living off of you, right? That's
Absolutely.
that's
Mhm.
that's when you giving back. So
Yeah.
when you a prime example, right? You just said I came home from doing a long period of time. Now you know how many examples or how many people that you can go to and actually mentor and actually tell them, well, listen, I did this, that, and the third. This is some of the steps that I did that you don't have to go through because you can go this route, right? And then
Mhm.
they'll look at you and they see a food truck, they'll see a bus, they'll see an entrepreneur, right? They'll see
Mhm.
somebody who achieving a goal and he
Mhm.
achieving some of his dreams, right? And they'll be
Yeah.
wanting to do the same thing you want to do. And when you say, you know what, I'm gonna let you get this job this summer, like you did with
Mhm.
the other young man, right? I'm gonna let you
Yeah.
get a job in the summer. I'm gonna
Yeah.
teach you a trade or how to do this. So someday, even if you don't particularly like this as a business, but I'm giving you a business model
Yep. Yep.
that
Absolutely.
that you can actually take and bet on yourself in the long run because now you got the
Mhm.
principles and you got a model to actually go about doing something that you want to do. So that's a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Absolutely.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited, man.
Um, I'm excited too. One of the things that happened with me though, I must say, is that I realized that I always prayed when I needed my butt saved, when I'm in a bad situation. I'm
You
always
should have been praying
praying.
all the time, though, my nigga.
So what happened was I told you I've been home maybe 2.5 years now, and I went to New Orleans for the first time with my wife and had a real beautiful time. And while I was down there, I had a spiritual moment, and I thank God for the time and the moment.
Right, right.
I kid you not. Ever since that day, man, my eyes been way more wide open to a lot of things, and a lot of great things have been happening for me because I think it's the gratitude. I wasn't ever grateful for the good things. I'm always just praying and calling on him in the bad moments when I'm
Yeah.
down and out, when it looked like it might be over for me, and then I just realized, at some point, when do you thank him, instead of doing what we do? So that was just one of them things, you know.
Hmm.
Excuse me for a second. Let me get my battery before it run out.
Okay, go ahead. Do what you gotta do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a beautiful thing, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes in life, when we go through certain situations, and we're able to adapt and change our mindset, and really be focused on going through this journey, the rest of our journey in life, um, and trying to either help and propel not only ourselves, but help and pick other people up. And so when you have certain businesses that you're able to actually give another person an opportunity to feed their family, then you actually doing something that God allows, right? Because this is what He wanted us to do. This is something that is one of the core principles in life, right? Is to be able to help other people, not just yourself, right? So that's a God and light, and that's inspirational. Anybody that actually help other people to obtain their dreams, and they can, if they fulfilling their dreams through you, um, that's something that you rob you. And my man used to say, I robbed the graveyard, because what I did with my life, it was something that I wanted, right? That
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of people go through life, and they go through life and they never achieve anything that they really wanted to do, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so, and I had listened to a motivational speaker. His name is Les Brown, and he said, "You rather leave this life going up a hill than falling down one." Right. So, in other words, you on the way climbing up, right? You rather leave going upwards instead of downwards, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, Jay, absolutely. I can identify to that. It's funny you say that, right? Um, being that I come out the hard knocks life, thought that was the route to go. Which that's another reason why I kind of always admire and look up to you, because a lot of people don't know the grind it took, man. The 30, 40 years of grind it took to be where you at right now. People never seen that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know. It ain't
Mm-hmm.
like, what I'm saying? It ain't like you was doing some foul stuff and came up on some money or you grinded your way to this.
Yeah.
Literally, before you had a store, you were selling clothes, and because me and you talk,
Yeah.
so I know your journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah.
journey where you ran into some money and all of a sudden now you got a storefront, and nah, it's not one of them. You grinded for that. That's hard. But
Yeah.
back to my journey, after all of this time, I realized when I'm sitting in prison with this long 13 and a half year bid I did, my friends is getting ready to retire from jobs, and I'm coming home with nothing.
Right.
So that's when everything dawned on me in there, where I started putting my plans together on what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna
Mhm.
try to do, what I'm gonna do. And I just wasn't taking no for an answer when I came home. I was just persistent in what I was doing, you know what I'm saying? And it paid
Mhm.
off, you know what I'm saying? Because I realized this is my retirement right here, what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm, you know what I'm saying? So it's serious for me right now.
Mhm.
It's different.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I love that, man, and I love the fact that we still here, and we still achieving some of the things that we wanted to achieve. Like you said, a lot of people don't know about certain situations that I've been through. I've been through a whole bunch, and that's why I say, and I tell everybody, I bet on me every day, all day. You understand? Because I know at the end of the day, I'm gonna feel comfortable with whatever happens, because I took a chance on my life, right? I took a
Mhm.
chance doing some of the things that I like in my life, right? If fashion is your passion, you can make this your home. I'm located here at the shameless plug. I'm
Yep,
located here at 396 Springfield Avenue in
absolutely,
Newark, New Jersey.
absolutely.
If you want
Hmm.
to get something custom made, come through and let
Hmm.
me do something exclusively for you. I had to put that in there. You dig?
Absolutely. Every chance we get, we gonna plug our line. I would like to say something though, Jay.
Come on over here. Come on
So,
over here. Come on over here.
so when I got my bus and everything,
Hold up,
which
Broadwell. I
okay.
want
Hey,
to
what's going on, bro?
I want
What's going on,
yeah,
brother?
yeah.
How you feel?
I'm okay. So,
Okay.
so this is my A1 day one, right? So for years and years, right? He been by my side, so this is going back 30 plus years. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
We both old men now, you
Yeah.
dig? But
Yeah.
so he was part. He know the situation, the struggle from me just with the stand with my father to me working in the furniture store to me opening up my first store to me even
Yeah.
losing my first store. You understand?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know the difference and I ain't had nobody to teach me anything, and I had to learn all of that by myself because there was nobody around. Now they got a whole media around, but we come up in the stuff where they didn't have a lot of media. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I
Yep.
just wanted to introduce Bugs. You know
Hey,
what I mean?
bro.
Absolutely. What's going on, broski?
I'm hanging in there, man.
All righty.
Maintaining.
Uh-huh. Well, thanks a lot, man.
Appreciate you.
Give me a soda or something. I ain't got no change.
Okay.
And yeah, um, so the truth is, man, like you said, man, everybody might think that something is easy. Entrepreneurship is not easy, right?
No.
Like I said before and earlier, we wear a lot of hats. We go through a lot of stuff, a lot of struggles.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, a lot of times when you go through these things, there's you the only one that you can count on, right? At the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day,
Absolutely.
you the only one you can count on. So um, you have to have the mindset for it. You know, a lot of people ain't built for it. That's the reason why they'd rather go to a job, make a 9 to 5, get a 401k, get a retirement plan. But the way it's going right now, not to say anything different, but it's nothing is promised to you. The way the economy and the way society is going right now, the
You
way they're
know.
snatching up different things, you never know
Mm-hmm.
if you're gonna have a job today or tomorrow. So why not take a chance and bet on you? Even if you working, have some kind of side hustle that if some all fails, that you have something that you can continue to make sure that you able to sustain your life or sustain the things that you're doing in your life. Because if you don't bet on yourself, man, ain't no telling.
Absolutely. 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 I think right now though, Jay, the times we in, I see a lot of people, a couple of my friends just posted that one of my other friends just posted up his restaurant. My friend that live in Nebraska, Gotti, you know what I'm saying? He just posted up today on his Facebook the beginning of his open up his restaurant and everything. So I
Hmm.
see that brothers see what's going on and brothers is on point. But lately I haven't been paying attention to a lot of my friends and all that stuff because I've been paying more attention to me.
Yeah,
You know
right,
what I'm saying? It's because we in
right,
a different phase of life now. You know what I'm
right,
saying? We in a
right.
different phase of life, but I'm happy for them because right now, if you're not opening up, if you don't have a LLCs or not planning to open up a LLCs, I don't know what to tell you because that government job you have, that sweet job you might have, everything is drying up. It's drying up. And so I don't know what's going to happen in the next 30 years, but if you ask me, I'm gonna listen to the person that's seen more than money than anybody that we've seen. And so that's Diddy. P.
Mm,
Diddy said in 30 years, all the wealth will be gone in America.
mm,
It will be just like another plain country, poor
mm,
country. And I
mm,
believe him because it's the plan that the rich have for the rich.
mhm,
They could maintain a rich world and we could just be poor in it.
mhm,
And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen because all these jobs, all the way they let us in from segregation to now, all the good things, the contracts, everything we built up, they getting ready to snatch it right from underneath us. So if you're not self-made, if you
mm,
don't want to bet on yourself, like my man Jay always say, like my brother always say,
mhm.
invest or bet in yourself.
Right. And
That's
the
a,
thing about it is, don't be afraid to lose, right? Because in life, well, let me just put it to you: 8 out of 10 millionaires lost and came back. It ain't what you have; it's what you know to get it back, right? So you're gonna go through trials and tribulation. That's just life, right?
wow. You said a jewel though, Jay. You said a jewel. You said you're gonna lose it and get it back.
Right, right. Those because you definitely whoever lied to you and say you ain't gonna take a fall, they lying.
Yeah, but it ain't it ain't always about falls and you know what happens though? This is what people don't realize. God giveth.
Hey, he take it.
and he take it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Along the way, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's crazy because in church, I went there the last couple weeks and months, and when he kept saying it, and then when he put the story together, you know, that's what it really is, man. It's a lot of bumps in the road, but you know, we gotta, like you said, it's better
I'm a
to
bet
die
on
going upward
me.
than to die going down, man. You know, and that's a state of mind because nobody wants to be in hell.
Yeah, right,
Nobody
right.
wants to be in hell going down. So that's crazy that message is so many different on so many
Yeah, you
different
can
levels.
take it. You can take it. You can take it a whole lot
Yeah,
of
man.
different levels. You know what I'm
Absolutely, man.
saying?
Absolutely,
You
man.
know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
But you
Right,
know, I always like to tie things in with the Lord, man, with God, because
right,
everything is spiritual, man. The journey is
right,
always spiritual, man.
right, right,
You know,
right, right,
you know.
right. Absolutely,
And,
absolutely.
and the reason why I say the journey is always spiritual, he's always with us, right?
Right, right, right. Even
Even
when
when we
you know,
do, even in
even
the midst of when our
you
thoughts are
know,
wrong.
you know in your heart, you be like, ah.
Yeah, he always with us. Even when we doing wrong, he know we with us.
That's
You know
what
what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying. That's what I'm
But we don't really
saying.
pay. For me, I never really paid him no mind until I needed him.
Right, 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 right,
Until when I'm uncertain and unsure.
all
But
right.
now, but now I pray just to open my eyes. I'm just
Yeah,
happy just to
yeah,
be breathing the air. And I know
yeah,
what life is about because right now I have a lot of friends passing away. You have a lot of friends passing away,
yeah,
family.
yeah.
It's yo, and we realize and we saying, what? At this age, all these people going like,
Yes,
and it starts as an eye opener that we have to be grateful
right.
just for this right now.
Yes, yes. Yeah, and I tell you, you could ask. This is something so real. Every morning and every night, my wife, well, not every night, but 9 out of 10 times, she'll call the kids in, and she'll has a. I have a son. Well, I have 3 sons, but she'll always tell Adam, read a specific word, and then she'll ask him, well, what does that mean? Because she want to get in depth and get them have an understanding of not something they read, but what does it mean and
To
how does it
understand.
affect you, right? And
Mhm.
uh, to tell you the truth, man, like I said, she's that anchor, right? Because um, she's spiritual. I mean, she really is spiritual, right? And with all relationships, you have those moments where y'all differ and you have that separation because, like I was told, no two people are born alike and no two people think alike, right? Y'all might coincide and have some thoughts alike, but y'all don't
Mhm.
think alike. You dig?
Yeah.
So, um, with that being said, it's like that foundation, and I just hope and pray that most men have that particular foundation because we go through a lot with our masculinity. We go through a lot with women. We go through a lot with with the way things are going right now. Sometimes when you look at society and you look at how women had to be the forefront and bear a whole bunch of stuff, and so they really in this day and age really more masculine than our mothers who were more feminine, and they knew a lot more how to or what I say cope, huh? Okay, I don't see them. I don't see them. Hold up, hold up. It's just me, you, and Barnwell.
Well, who's that with us? Adam?
Yeah,
Okay. So so um so Jay,
yeah,
you touched on just something just now. You know, you were speaking about your other half, the earth, right?
yeah.
Mother Earth. And it's funny because, you know, one thing I realized with you, you have a woman that's from
Oh
the
yeah,
motherland.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I always said in my mind that I know that my brother has something real sacred with her because she's not caught up in she wasn't raised the way we was raised, you know, here with this mindset. You know what I'm saying?
right,
She come from a place that's closer to our essence.
right, right, right,
So
right.
So in your spiritual journey, the things she's helped you out with have been great for you because she's more closer in touch with nature from that aspect than our American women here because they haven't really even traveled to see what it's like outside of here. So a lot of times they have the mindset of what America painted as good, bad, whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the morals, the principles, the standards, and the
Right.
American standards are dropping bad now. So I just think that, us as people need to be more well traveled. And before we want to go to all of these European places, let's go to some of these Asiatic places. Let's go to our continent.
Mm,
Egypt, that's in Africa. You can
mm,
go to Morocco. You go to a lot of places, but let's go the other way. Everybody
mm,
want to run to them. Like,
mm.
let's get back to our essence and what's closest for us to our ancestry.
Right. That's true. That's true. You touched on a point too. Um, I think that I'll like say for instance, my great grandmother, right, who was down
Mhm.
south, right, and my grandmother who was down south, right. So these type of women had a different essence than the ones of today, right? They did, right? Because they basically knew the struggle of the men because they seen what was done to us and how they tried to take away our manhood, right? And they seen that in so many different elements they did. Um, so peace, black man.
Peace, what's happening?
Oh, you sometime me on one.
All these.
Hiya. Hey, what up, cuzzo? Hey, sweetheart, how y'all? Oh, okay, okay. Um, yeah, so when they was coming up, they had a whole difference in the way,
Mindset and everything. Yeah,
right?
it's good,
So
Jay. But you know why that's so? Is because they seen things, bro. They
right,
seen things. Our grandmothers, they seen things. They coming
right,
right out of the generation before them was like slavery and all that. So they done seen some hangings and some real things.
right,
So
right.
they done seen the way they done seen maybe the way their grandparents was the ox and was carrying the cart.
Right, 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 right. So
Because
they,
that's true. At one time, we was the ox. We was carrying the bull and carrying the cart.
yeah, absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
so when you see that type of stuff, it does something. So they was raised different. They act different. Now, this is the problem, Jay. We have got so far removed from the way things used to be that now our sister woman is complacent. And the man, I can't even begin to speak about the man because right now the man is even below the woman's standard. The man is even below the woman's standard for real because the women are women right now winning. The women are winning,
Yeah.
but a lot of us men we can't seem to get out our own way because a lot of times we do this. We all do this, but we don't want to do this. We don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? And the women, they know. How you think they call Mother Nature?
Yeah, yeah,
Why do
yeah,
you think they call women Mother Nature? Why do you
yeah,
think their name is connected with nature? They know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But it goes back. It goes back. What I was saying about when our grandmothers and them was coming up, and they really understood how we was being treated and how we was dealt with, and so they always knew about how to structure their relationship, what they better have. They knew um, that they didn't have to be masculine in order to get their way. They knew how to be subtle and still dominate the relationship. You understand? They didn't have to be outlandish or outrageous or talk or this way or that way. They knew how to actually control the scenario of their relationship because they knew how he moved and they knew how to actually move with him and make him feel that even if he thought he was right, at the end of the day they got their way because they
Yeah.
knew how to move around that, you dig, and they
Hmm.
didn't have to do all of the unnecessary stuff for them to win. But they winning now because of the simple fact is that they not only pay attention, they more hungrier. I think. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So
More
I want to shout out.
grievance.
I want to shout out to the Asiatic women here in America. I don't want to use black because I know what black and white. I know what that creates from the beginning of the concept when they come up with that concept. So a lot of times I'm not going to use them words when it's going out viral. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The Asiatic sisters, that's what they are. And I want to give them a shout out because they the ones winning right now. You know, the men, we don't mature as fast as women do. It's just a fact.
No, it's a natural
So,
fact. It's a natural
so you
fact.
know, I
And
just
Rick
think though
started laughing.
for
She in the
for
background. She
for being
started laughing.
for a man though, I just know that we just need our sisters to encourage us more and stand by us more because it ain't easy. We all have mental illnesses. We all grow up with mental illnesses. It's a
Mhm,
fact. The black community we have. Our
mhm.
ears were exposed to things as children we wasn't supposed to hear
Oh, see.
or see.
Right, right, right. So the reality of it is it's not normal, right?
It's not normal.
Right. So
It's
we
not
living in
normal.
right. We living in a society where somebody get killed in front of you, and that's his everyday situation where
Hey,
that's
hey,
unnormal.
hey, Jay, let me ask you a question, Jay. You ever seen somebody younger and when
Yeah.
you meet him, you can tell by his
Give
posture and
me,
his demeanor?
give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, beloved.
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
Give me
uh-huh.
1 minute. Come on over here, beloved.
Yeah.
Love you, baby. Love you, baby.
Say hi, man.
Yeah, what's going on, baby? How you?
Ain't too much. How you feel, bro? What's going
Hey,
on?
man,
Peace and
fast
love.
and square, baby. You know what I mean? Let's say get cars, baby. That's about it, baby.
Absolutely.
Absolute.
Peace
That's
and
where we
love.
go. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
What is it?
All right.
That's here, babe. Do that for give it $60. $60. That's a new one.
All right.
Yeah. I came in.
So
That's my cousin too. Come
yeah.
on over here, cuz.
Go, go.
Oh, you don't worry about that. Yeah. So they came to support my store. How you doing?
Okay. How you doing? How you doing? That's my brother
Good.
Jay. What's going
Yeah, I
on?
know that's my
Thank
big
you.
cuz right there.
Yeah.
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 Have a good night.
Okay. Good night.
Love you,
All
cousin. I
right.
love you. Ah, yeah. They came to give me some love and support the store. Shameless plug, located at 396 Springfield Avenue. Come through. Let me do something exclusively
This is for
for
you.
you.
Hey, you know something. Before we go off that plug line, though,
Yeah.
me being from New York City and Jay being from Brooklyn, and he got the store in Newark, and I live in Maryland. I can rub elbows with a couple different celebrities and all that, but I just choose to try to get my business up and right now. But all that stuff that all you fly fashion guys is wearing, Jim Jones, Fat Joe, a lot of these guys, man, if you see my brother's store and you see what he got in there, you're gonna spend some money in there. And y'all don't even spend money most of the time, from what I'm hearing. People give y'all clothes. You know what I'm saying? But he got a great thing going on, man. A great thing going on. Mac and Wise.
Thank you so much,
Any
man.
platform. Any
Thank you,
platform.
thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Love is
Yeah.
love all day, every day. You know what
Absolutely,
I mean?
man. Best kept secret in Newark right there, man. Best kept secret in Newark. Oh, so Jay, let me go right back into this though. So
Yeah,
when I decided to get this bus, right?
yeah.
I told my brother what the plan was at the time. I said, look, they getting ready to open up this hip hop museum in the Bronx. It's gonna be real big and epic.
Hmm.
My homeboy I grew up with since little, he putting the most money and love into making sure this thing is right, which is Nas.
Right.
So I know a lot of people that know him and everything. So when it's time I got my business running right, I want to be the one that's taking them all from wherever they coming from in America or out of America. I want them to use my service as the first hip hop transportation service to that museum.
Oh man.
I can't say the only one because there's too much money going around. You're not
Right.
gonna be the only one doing nothing. But I
Right.
just want in because that's what I'm putting it in now for, setting it up now for that long haul run when that thing is in
Absolutely.
place.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so let them know again. Let them know again, Barnwell, because it's called Get a Bus.
Oh, it's called Get a Bus Transportation. That's on Facebook, just as
Right.
it sounds. Get a Bus Transportation. Um, you can go to Instagram. We also have it's Get a Bus on
Mm.
Instagram. Similar. I also have Tata Streets.
Right. 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 Right.
It's a food truck. It's a food truck in Frederick, Maryland, but we travel around. The price is right. We're gonna come through and serve you. We have a catering business, so we also do a lot of catering for.
Tell
around
them
the
about
area.
that cheesecake. You gotta tell them about
Oh,
that cheesecake. That's international right there,
our
baby.
cheesecake
That's international.
it might be top 3 in America. I'm not gonna always say number 1 because everybody argues about
Hey,
number
listen,
1.
listen. I'm gonna do it then. It might not be might be top two, right? It might not be top three, but it's number one. You know why? Because the rest of them getting old.
Absolutely. But Top Streets, we come at you, with the cheesecakes. We make all different kind. You might want a lemon meringue cheesecake, a pumpkin spice cheesecake, sweet potato cheesecake, with Oreos, and we done did all them regular ones. So we kind of moving on to doing more different things. Thanksgiving time, we always kill. Christmas time, we always kill. Orders keep up. And just get at us. Tata Streets. Um,
Now you got a number for them in case they want to call, and if they
oh, absolutely, absolutely. They can call
yeah.
301
Mhm.
331 8137, or you can also call 301 712 5954. Tata Streets LLCs. You know what I'm saying? That's if you want to look us up on Facebook or whatever. If you want to look us up, if you want to look up Get a Bus, I gave you the information. It's Get a Bus Transportation on Facebook. It's Get a Bus on Instagram. And we're gonna have a lot of different things coming up this week. Coming up, a lot of different plugs because we got the bus fully renovated, so it looks like a 2025. Seats, the floors, everything updated and new. And the reason why we did it is because we bought the bus, and it's a good running bus, but it just needed a little work. So we did a little bit of work and thought it was cool. But some of my close friends said, "Man, if I rented this bus, I would not come a second time. I don't like the seats. I don't like the way." And so at that point, I had to make a decision. And so the decision was get everything renovated because then once somebody is comfortable on something, they're more likely to recommend you or you'll get a second go round. I'm not in this
Repeat
for a one
customer.
goer. I don't
Repeat
want you to
customer.
come one time and then that's it.
Right, right.
So I kind of, I had to bite the bullet and accept the truth that, the bus wasn't up to standard. So now I basically did a pimp my ride, but pimp my bus. And I got everything upgraded. Seats, the floors, the stairs, everything.
Mm. Hey yo, man. Yo, I just can't wait till I get that first journey and go over there and go through Maryland on the bus, man. You know,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm with that.
Absolutely.
I'm with that. So
Yeah.
I wanna actually give a shout out to a lot of my people. You know what I'm saying? And what I want to do is Bang Music. My man Rick, he got Bang Music Group. Yesterday's Unisex Salon. Of course, Mac and Wise Collection. We also want to give my man Barnwell a shout out. Get a bus. You know what I'm saying? Tata Treats. And you can find me, like I said, at 396 Springfield Avenue in Newark, New Jersey, where we customize and make clothes. We also have what we call funding. It's JS Consulting. You can find that on website wisejsconsulting.com if you need any funding. This is all for startup businesses as well as regular businesses. If you need any funding or tried to get any funding and wasn't able to get it, you can come through at my location, or you can give me a shout out at 862-281-2462 and see if you want to bet on yourself. I can help you in that perspective by trying to get you the funds that you need so you can succeed. Um, and then other than that, man, we got a lot going on for the summer. We have a bunch of clothes coming out that we doing t-shirts and we doing short sets and linen sets and things of that nature. On my next live, I might show some of the clothing that we present, and hopefully you guys will like it and appreciate it and spend some money with me. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm a black-owned business and I make some nice designs. And if you appreciate it and like it, we'll give you a link that you can actually cop some stuff from us. Yeah, but go ahead, Bonwell. Finish
Hey,
telling me. Yeah,
AJ, I have a couple of questions for you though.
yeah.
It said the call will end in 15 minutes. I got a couple questions for you. So, what made you branch out from just selling clothes to now, doing other things like jewelry? You have the financing. You also have the trucking business. What made you branch off and do other things?
Okay, so my father used to always tell me it was a poor rat that only got one hole to crawl in, right? So, with that being said, at one point, my finances was all geared towards one thing, and when that one thing collapsed in Cobra, which was clothing, I didn't have any other way to finance or make any other money, right? And so I realized that I had to make some adjustments and some things that were still selling, which was basically jewelry because people was ordering it offline, and they was ordering clothes offline too, but not like that.
Uh-huh.
Transportation is
You can't
another
go
business.
nowhere. You can't wear it nowhere.
Yeah, yeah. Transportation was another thing that was moving even in Colbert, right? Was people had
Uh-huh.
to get loads. So we've got a trucking company called Mac and Wiles Trucking LLC. We have the funding, Wise JS Consulting. We also have the clothing, Mac and Wise Clothing. We have our podcast, which is Mac and Wise Podcast. We also stream live on Roku. That's something that I didn't say. We stream live on Roku. We have a channel that's on Roku. Look up Mac and Wise TV. You could do that on your phone, and you probably could see this episode because we're gonna stream it live. And this is another thing. So anybody that's listening, if you have any entertainment or any groups or anything that has something to do with film or movies, we have a channel that we can actually put you on this channel and it'll be live. It's on Roku. It's Mac and Wise TV or Wise Choice. You go on Roku and you can see that. And we can actually do movies on there. We could do live shows, concerts. We could stream live. And this is for all entrepreneurs or all artists that really want to have a big platform. We can actually, well, we just started the channel, but you could be the first, and we won't charge you. You could be the first to go on there and do some of your entertainment or some of your live streams, some of your movies, and it'll just be a beautiful thing for you because you get a wider audience. And this is something that YouTube, TikTok, and none of them can cut out. You know, they can't they can't tell me what to say and what not to say or anything of that nature. So
Mhm.
for all entrepreneurs or people who actually do films or they got a group or artists or they
Mhm.
want to have a platform or whatever, we can stream it live on our TV station, which is Roku. Like I said, it's Mac and Wise TV or Wise Choice. We'll Adam, are you there? Okay, so I want you to put that at the bottom. So if anybody wanna and just put the link at the bottom and the description at the bottom. If anybody wanna do that, they can get in contact with us. Okay. Yeah, so that's another thing that we got that live streaming TV going on.
Yeah.
So if anybody
Hey,
really, yeah, go
hey,
ahead.
hey, Jay, you know what? Now that you called me today and we should have been doing this, we gonna link up with my brother too, Rick, right? Because you already know when we all get on the phone together, you know
Right, right.
Rick got a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And we
yeah.
gonna plumb the line.
Yeah, yeah. You right. You right. I'm
We gonna
wrong for
plumb the
that.
line. We gonna get some views. We gonna get it up. Cause
Yeah,
I know with your brain alone and your heart, bro, and then with me and then my brother Rick, man,
yeah,
listen,
yeah,
cause we gonna talk about everything with substance, bro. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You know, and sometimes one thing about me, I could be probably the vibe could be a little bit seem negative, but the brother know me and you know I'm a positive dude.
Right,
Sometimes my vibe could be a little bit off, and I think it's just because like when I'm by myself a lot of times, I'm not in the darkness, I'm happy, but I'm just still reflecting. But when I'm around my brothers, I'm around brothers, and it's like they bring the glow out of me to be better sometimes. So when you see me like that, Jay, sometimes come on, Bonwall, or give me a look or
right,
something. Let me know we're not doing that, bro, because we want to keep positive energy vibes. We
right,
not on here for no clickbait. We not on here. We don't care about none of that. We
right.
trying to help brothers elevate, man. It's all about elevation, bro. If you're not elevating, then what are you
Right.
doing, Jay?
Right. You deteriorate.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's either or here, man. So what we trying to do, man, is we trying to uplift some brothers, man. And
Right.
before you know it, we can have 20 brothers on this show that have something going on and they try to inspire
Right.
to get the dream, you know. And I'm not saying it's the $1 million dream because the goal ain't $1 million. The goal is what Jay always teaches us and always says. We want to leave. What do we want to leave, Jay? I want you to talk now.
We want to leave a legacy behind, not just for our children, but we want to leave a legacy behind for people that really want to aspire to be somebody, right? Like I said earlier, when you're able to give other people and give them a sense of where they want to go or a direction where they want to go, not that you want to tell them where they want to go, but they can see what you're doing and they want to elevate. That's peace, man. That's peace in yourself that you were able to create something that somebody else not mimic but wanted to actually succeed or excel. Not
Mm-hmm.
succeed but excel. And to me, that's the most, to be able to give something back is heartwarming to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Even if it's just something that I said that brightened up somebody's day, right? If they're going in a dark spot,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we all have those days when we're in a dark spot, and you can give somebody some information that'll uplift them, right? When they're in that spot, that's, to me, that's gold, right? So yeah, but we can leave a legacy behind for our kids and have them, you know. But a lot of times, what the stuff that we like, our kids don't like. You understand? So a lot of
Huh.
times, what you
What?
teach them, what you
Yeah.
teach them is more than what you leave behind for them, right? Because if you teach them the right principles and the right thoughts, then whatever you leave behind for them will be installed in them, and then they can go that they can create their own legacy. You dig?
Hey Jay, let me pause you right there. I watched Deion Sanders on an interview the other day, and they was asking Deion Sanders, you know, what would be best for his son, like telling his son, like if he got drafted by this team, and Deion said, "No, I wouldn't let him go play for that team." And he was like, "Ain't it his decision?" He said, "Nah, I've been there already, done that. I know who's who. Why would I let my son be in a bad situation?" So what you said is kind of bothers me that our kids don't like what we like. Think back. When
Hmm.
we had our fathers, we wanted to emulate whatever our father was doing.
Yeah, but it ain't like that these days, bro. Well,
Because everything is, and that's why the world is changing in a bad way, Jay.
but
If your great grandfather was a farmer
yeah,
and your third generation, your mind should still be on farming and keeping that farm together because they put a lot of hard work into. It's different now, Jay.
right. If
It's
not,
different.
you know something too. I'm glad you touched on that, right? It's not that they not that they could be farmers, but the elevation into, okay, there's a system, right? Everything is systematic, right?
Absolutely.
Everything
Absolutely.
everything runs off a system now, right?
Yep, yep,
Right.
yep.
So it's not if, even if they were farmers and they wanted to stay a farmer, it'd be running off a system where they didn't have to actually do the labor, because nobody wants to sit there and go on a plow and plow shit, right? But there's a
Yeah.
system that's systematic where they can still do that and still do other things, right? Because you got to realize everything ain't for everybody, right? And to and you can't. They would have to want to do what you're doing. That's why I said when you
Jay,
install,
but that's a negative because you know why I'm gonna say, watch this.
right?
I get 40 acres
Uh
and
huh.
I got all everything, the tools. I can't plow that. I can't do that farm by myself. So you got all these people that I think is my friends and family that that I've been taking care of and feeding, and now I tell them, look, I got to wait for us to money, and but nobody wants to do the work. But when I get it done, I'm sure they'll still be at the house eating the turkeys and the shrimps and the crabs, and they'll still be enjoying my fortunes. But they don't want to put the work in. It's
So
not a wanna.
so this is the thing. Then this is the thing, and you see this all the time. You see somebody build something, right?
Uh-huh.
And they build it, and then the second generation might still have the money that they built. By the third generation, all the money is gone, right? Not that they didn't do the Rockefeller plan and they didn't put it in the trust and did this and that. That's another conversation for another day. We'll get into actually economy and how trust is
Oh,
formed and all of that, right? Because we only got
mhm.
5 minutes. So,
Yeah.
um, but what it is is gone because the people that actually you put it in their hands, they didn't really want it, so they just took the money and destroyed everything. That's why the Rockefellers and the DuPonts and all of them put things in a trust where the money will continue to flow, regardless to what the kids and how much they spend, because they can only spend a certain amount before
Yeah.
they die, and then it's all replenished again. But
I got you.
that's something else, right? But
Uh-huh.
um, the thing is about it is, even if you gave it to them, and even if they act like they wanted to do it, if they ain't got their heart into it, it's still going to be destroyed.
Yeah,
So
I got
it's
you.
better.
Yeah.
It's better off to put things in a system.
Yeah, where it can still the system can still run
The
itself.
system will
I
still,
got you. I got you. I
even
got
if
you.
that system will still run itself, almost like a trust, right? It'll
I
still
got you. I
replenish
got
itself.
you. I got you. Well,
Right?
we down to 5 minutes, right? We down to the last 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
we get down to the last 5 minutes. We're gonna try to close out with some strong topics of what's really going on today, currently in the world, where we
Uh,
can maybe give some ideas and opinions and make some changes. Because
mm,
if you're not willing to change,
mhm.
then you're gonna things are
Last
gonna
step,
stay
you
the
ain't
same.
going to change. You're going to remain the same. That's just
You know what
it.
I'm saying? So if you're not constantly and it's scary sometimes, change is scary, but right now
That's the
we're in
most
scary
scariest thing in
times.
life. That's the most scariest
So,
thing in life. A
you know,
change, right?
yep,
Because
yep, yep.
people are content, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
set in certain things,
yeah,
right? And so
yeah.
about a change, when they said the rocket was going to the moon, they said, "Wow, what?" They were scared because they didn't know the difference.
Yeah.
Everything that you don't know is more scary to you until you see somebody else do it, right?
Yeah.
But go ahead, if
People
you got
just
some
people,
enlightenment, go ahead. I want to hear. I want
um
to hear some of that
no,
enlightenment, man.
I mean only thing I can
I
tell
need
you
some of that.
it's funny that you mentioned something about a rocket in the moon because today I was listening to the news, which I don't do often, and
Right.
people been up two people been up at in the space station for 9 months up in space, and they came home today.
Oh,
Something
really?
went wrong. Something went wrong while they was up there, and they told them people, "We're gonna get you home, but it's gonna take a couple months." They stayed up there 9 months. You know what I'm saying? And now they come out. They was released today around 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon to the water.
Okay, so they're gonna have to definitely go in. They're gonna debrief them for almost a month. They gotta find out. They're gonna be taking a lot of blood work and debriefing them and finding out exactly
Absolutely,
what.
absolutely. They're gonna be doing a lot. Absolutely, because
Yeah,
your body is not meant to be in space for 9 months. So this is a test run.
yeah. So I'm curious to find out. But then they're not gonna tell us all about everything that happened.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. Of course
Right.
not. But
Right.
that's just something. That's just something in today's topic that was going on. I find a little interesting. I'm fascinated with space.
Right. So we're gonna have a discussion, and this ain't gonna be. This is the first of many. Next time I'm gonna plug you in beforehand, and then Rick
Yes,
can
sir.
get on with us, and
Absolutely.
we can have a basic conversation about anything. My thing is uh,
Fluid conversations.
yeah, it's fun and finance, and of course my love
Yeah.
passion. You dig? And
Yeah.
but we can talk
Absolutely.
about most anything. You understand? Um,
Absolutely.
it's been a blessing, man. I love you so much. Give my
Yeah.
love to your wife.
Yeah,
Um,
same here. Give mine to yours too.
Absolutely.
I just want to say something before we go. Right.
Oh, yes,
That I
sir.
just want to. I just want to say that having this pigmentation in your skin is something real unique because we go through something different in this
Mhm.
world than everybody else. Right. But just rest assured that he got us. God got us, man. We are His people, man. We are His people. So no
Mhm.
matter what the church is and all that, you don't want to believe all that spiritual gossip. I'm telling you, it's real. You
Mhm.
have to bow down and be grateful. Gratitude, man. Have a little more gratitude, and He gonna open up the world to you.
Mhm.
That's all I can tell you for today.
Hey, amen to that. Blessings. Peace.
All right, peace, Jay.